What is up, guys? It is Top Master Entertainment here, and today I'm going to be making a video on an update for Operation Harsh Doorstop by Blue Jake 42 Labs and his team. And today is basically the development blog number 12, July 2021. And this covers basically what they have improved, what they're going to be working on, and also what has changed in terms of the new update. So there was a new update Sunday to the main branch of the game. It wasn't an update to the test environment, but it was an update to the main branch game. Of course, as you can see here, the roadmap. So as you can see here, they plan to release early access. Yeah, in January, like I told you before in the "What Is It" video, they plan to release early access in January. Currently, right now in August, which actually they're a little behind. They're not terribly behind, but it looks like they did all three of these in August, which is pretty cool. So they released the SDK this weekend, which is cool. The SDK got released. Major content update to the main branch was what happened, and single player update, which there's not cooperative, but the main branch did get an update to the AI in terms of all the testing environment stuff got moved to the main branch. So some of the stuff was done on the update that recently came, which is pretty nice. They're not too far behind, which is good. So this is the SDK right here. So it's OHD core mod kit. You can basically, the community is going to try to help in terms of making stuff, which is cool because it allows the development cycle to progress a lot faster, which is awesome. That was released by, I think, Epic. It's either Epic or another store, I forget, but it's released now. Yes. So after looking, it is on Epic, like I said. So okay. So that was released. So basically, if you're a modder and you want to showcase some of your stuff, you're able to get the SDK for the basically the client of the game that they make the game on. You can mod stuff, which is cool. So they have expansions, Operation Invictus. This is some of the stuff that ISMC has worked on, which is cool. So they made this AK-47 or 74 model. They made this HK-417A2, which is kind of like a marksman slash sniper rifle, semi-automatic, and then they made this SKS, which is a very nice model. MK300, which is another marksman rifle slash sniper rifle, and then they made this HK-417A2, which is sort of an assault rifle. I believe it is an assault rifle, and then they were updating the models, which Operation Overlord is the past. So if you didn't know, this is Invictus. So Invictus is modern age, and then Operation Overlord is the past age or some of the past ages. So they're trying to update the U.S. paratrooper and the German paratrooper models to a more realistic looking model, which is cool. So they're working on that. The maps received a bunch of polish, detail, and optimization work, such as Rosilla, which is the current modern age map for like U.S. Current military and Russian current military. But I'm telling you, the game looks amazing. We'll get into the game in a second to show you guys some of the optimizations and stuff like that. So that's the new map. As you see, the lighting is really beautiful for early access. That's the new facelift to the map UI, which is cool, which was on the current test environment, I believe. So it's not in the base game. Argon, which is, I think Argon's World War One. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's World War One, and that received, of course, the same thing as Rosilla. It's just some of the map work, the fog, and all that stuff. It looks really nice. Again, UI update, which was in the test environment, which you saw, I think, before in my last video. Monte Casino had a lot of issues with basically falling through the map, and there was not layers underneath the ground and stuff. So basically, you would fall through and die. That has been fixed. polished detailing, optimization passes, which is you can see the map. The maps look beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, the actual work here done is pretty good. This is the castle part of Monte Casino, which is actually eventually I'm sure they're gonna add a bunch of more stuff into the actual map, like assets and stuff. But this is one of the layers of the map where you would go down and you can go fight over here or whatever. So it's pretty cool. Let's go back. So that has been updated. Of course, UI again has been updated, and then I don't know how Kafshi, maybe that's how you pronounce it. That has been updated. I think this right here was a modern, or it was either a modern, or it was like a Desert Storm type, uh, early 2000s Iraqi map. Lamdong, that one was the Vietnam map that it received a new UI image, which was in the um, update, or it was in the test environment, but it got moved to the main branch. And then animations. So animations apparently got updated, which I don't think the AK in the test environment had their reload animation. So I think they were holding back, which we'll get to those weapons in a second and see if they're changed, or if they're. But it seems like they said batch animation were completed for new weapons and variants of past weapons. So I want to see if these weapons are actually in the game. I would assume they are. And then you got this modern, basically Mark gun. I forget what the model is. And then you have an older gun. You see all the animations here. They're really nicely done. And then you have a grenade launcher for the old World War II weapon right there. You have another, I think, grenade launcher for the World War One weapon. I think it's a World War One weapon right there. And then you have a pistola. All right, guys, what is up? Totally forgot to do this, but the reload animation for the new AK is called the AK-74 Warfighter, which is located in the. I mean, I can get in the test environment, but I don't know if it's actually located in the actual game itself yet. So it's the Warfighter, which is the new AK. It's like the AK-12, pretty much. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys the full, like when you empty a mag, the reload animation, which is pretty nice. It literally looks like Modern Warfare 2019. So let's go ahead and show you that guys now, and the new scope, which is pretty damn nice looking. And what's cool is it's realistic because you can see the outer field of view out of the scope, which is blurred, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and full auto, and we'll show you. That is a really, really good reload animation. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to show you guys now the SKS because I think the SKS was a new addition too, or the scoped version was. So let me find that. Here's a scope version. So the scope looks amazing too. All right, well that's the update. So objects, models, and textures, world prop and environment access. Series of world props and environment access were created for Operation Overlord and Michael. So you have a new farmhouse building. You have pillbox bunker, which is actually pretty nicely done, and you have a wall and miscellaneous props and assets. Foliage was also new foliage assets were created for future maps that will be made in Western Europe. Which this looks amazing, dude. Like holy moly! Like I mean, the game progress has already been pretty good so far, and they already built a good platform or a good foundation, and they're just adding to that, which makes the game very promising. Like I said in the other video, new trees were also made for Mediterranean theme maps. I think some of these things are going to be implemented in the future, but they are working on a lot of stuff, such as trees and. So this is upcoming features and work in progress feature, upcoming and work in progress features. So the optics are going to be apparently widely expanded. I would assume for the modern era because back then World War II, World War One, Vietnam, there weren't too many optics. So This is going to be modern era stuff. So we have now the first iteration basic implementation of optics in the game. Work has begun on bringing more optics and variants to many weapons using the system as well. So expect to start seeing more variations of weapons that you'll be able to use with them. So optics will be basically added, and new optics will eventually come. So the bots and the AI were one of the main changes too. So what they ended up doing was they didn't have bots in the main branch. They had bots in the test environment, and they moved the bots to the main branch now. And I would assume did more polishing. So more work has continued on bots and AI, mostly background coding. Soon the bots will be able to split up and have some move to attack the next flag and some hang back to defend the next flag. Improvements and enhancements to their behavior will always be happening as well. We have a lot of plans for what we'd like to do the bots and AI to do. That's basically the end of the dev blog for July, which I mean that's July, but it's almost August now. But they just released this dev blog, so because of course as you can see in announcements, this dev blog was just released today, so it's basically for July and August. I think is what it was supposed to be. But let's go ahead and show you guys some gameplay here of Operation Harsh Doorstop, and I'll show you guys the main branch and how well the optimization is and stuff like that. I was not able to actually be able to sit down and play the play test with Blue Drake this weekend because I was busy, but we can kind of showcase a little bit of it. There's not much changes here. I mean, the menu's the same and all that. It's just did a lot of coding and optimization and map updates and stuff like that into the main branch. So what we'll do is we'll go on Mozilla and we'll show you guys the bots. And just a note, guys, when I showed you guys the video of what is it, there's different stuff, but a lot of the stuff is the same as what the test environment was a week ago. So there's not too much different stuff to show. I'll just kind of show you guys. So right now I'm getting 146 FPS in the base, which is a lot more FPS than what I was getting in the test environment. Dude, I'm getting literally 160 FPS. That is insane. But dude, the game is just it's pretty awesome how much their work they're doing so far. So tilde add bots. You can add bots, and we'll do 32. And there's the bots. So you can, of course, add bots still, and they can go fight for you. And now we're going to be playing against bots. But that's basically it, guys. I was just going to show you guys optimization. As you can see, I'm getting a really good frame rate. I'm actually getting more FPS than whenever I was just in test environment, which is good. So optimization was definitely done pretty well. For an early access game in alpha, this game runs really well. This game looks very good. This game plays pretty well. So, like I said, guys, that was basically the update. We will go ahead and stop this video now, and there's a lot more to expect from this game, and there will be a lot more coming, definitely from Blue Drake Labs and his team. So, you guys have a great day. Take it easy. Bye.
This is Top Mass Entertainment.